my Fox Hallow Fam, I'm Todd and welcome to Baking with Fox Hallow Kitchen. I hope you guys are buckled in. This week is going to be absolutely epic as I'm going to take your Thanksgiving desserts to the next level. This week we're going to make sweet potato pumpkin pie. The combination with sweet potatoes and pumpkin is going to turn your desserts upside down. Upside down. Boy, you turn me. So if you're ready, then let's have some fun. Alright, to start off our dough for our sweet potato pumpkin pie, we're going to go ahead and take 3/4 cup of flour. To that we're going to add 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And actually 1.5 teaspoons of white sugar. We're going to whisk this together here quick. I think that's pretty good there. To that we're going to add a stick of butter chopped up into cubes. Trying to get all the butter off the plate here. And my spatula. And we're just going to work this in by hand, kind of mashing the butter flat. And then once we kind of get that all flat, we'll proceed to the next step. Okay, now that we've got our butter mashed into our flour mixture, we're going to go ahead and take 1/4 cup of cold water that I've had sitting in the refrigerator. I'm just going to add that to our mixture here. Could take it by our spatula and our hand probably as well also, and just kind of mix this all together until we get a sticky dough ball. Probably going to take a little bit of work, but when it's all said and done, it's going to be well worth it. Yeah, look at that, it's coming together pretty quickly already. Okay, we've got our dough ball formed here in the bowl, so what we're going to do, we're going to just roll this out onto a lightly floured surface here. Try to get a little bit more flour worked into the mixture here. And then once we get it kneaded here for a little bit, we're going to put it in the refrigerator for about 10 minutes. Okay, our dough has been sitting in the refrigerator here for about 10 minutes, so what we're going to do, going to roll it out again into a small rectangle. Trying to keep this nice and even here. And then once we get it rolled out into a small rectangle, we're going to fold it into thirds and then put it back in the refrigerator for another 10 minutes. So 1, 2, and 3. I think that looks pretty good there. What do you guys think? Okay, back in the refrigerator it goes. Okay guys, our dough's been sitting in here for another 10 minutes in the refrigerator, so next step we're going to go ahead and roll this out into a circle roughly about the size of our pie pan here. Once we get this rolled out and cut accordingly, we're going to go ahead and cover it with plastic wrap. And we're going to go ahead and stick our pie crust in the refrigerator for about 2 hours. Alright, looks like we've got our pie crust formed into our pie pan here. We're going to go ahead and put this in the refrigerator for about 2 hours to let everything set up then. Alright, now that our dough has had a chance to sit in the refrigerator for a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and just take a fork and just poke a couple little holes on the bottom here and along the sides, and then we're going to put it in the oven at 400 degrees for 10 minutes with some foil on top of it, and then after the 10 minutes we're going to take the foil off and bake it another 10 minutes again just till the crust is golden brown. Okay, while our pie crust is cooling, let's go ahead and make our filling. We're going to start off with a cup of heavy cream. To that we're going to add 1 cup of whole milk, 3 eggs plus 2 egg yolks and a teaspoon of vanilla. We're just going to whisk this all together here. Okay, next up for our filling, we're going to go ahead and add, over medium heat, we're going to add a can of pumpkin pie. Get all that pumpkin goodness out of here. To that we're going to add a can of sweet potatoes. Next up we're going to add half a cup of brown sugar, 3/4 of a cup of white sugar, two teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, and 1/4 of a cup of maple syrup. We're just going to cook this over medium heat until it just starts simmering. Okay guys, now that this is starting to simmer, we're going to go ahead and remove this from the heat, and then we're going to pour in our heavy cream mixture into our filling here. Alright, let's go ahead and pour in our heavy cream mixture into our filling here. We're just going to whisk this together here then. Slopped a little bit over the top there, but I think that's going to be alright. Oh my, look at that. That just looks awesome. I'm super excited about sharing this recipe here with you guys. Alright everybody, now it's the moment you all been waiting for. Let's go ahead and fill our pie crust here. Oh my, look at that. That just looks so yummy. We're going to go ahead and fill this up. We're going to bake this at 400 degrees for about 10 minutes. Then we're going to turn the temperature down to 300 degrees, and then we're going to bake it for another 35 to 40 minutes. You're going to want to have the sides firmed up, but the center still want to be jiggly. Alright, now it's time for my favorite part, the taste test. So let's go ahead and get a bite here with the crust. Oh my word, you guys. The combination of the sweet potato with the pumpkin, perfection. With the crust, awesome. You guys are going to love it. Enjoy. Wrapping up today, I want to thank you again for joining me and encourage you to check out our friends and support channels listed in the description below. But before I go, always remember, good times and good food on Baking with Fox Hallow Kitchen. I'll see y'all soon. If you like this video or any of our other videos,
be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons and stay tuned for future shows.